Good evening, guys. My name's Alex, or if you guys prefer to call me SS Tondero. So I'm back again to make a video. I didn't know what content to make, so yeah, I'm gonna be showing you an update on my EDH deck, and I'm gonna be entering a new format again, which is Standard. Yay! I haven't played Standard for a while, and I decided to try it out because it's easier to find people in my playgroup who play Standard a lot compared to playing EDH. Because my friends who kind of play Standard they're kind of changing formats because the new Standard game has a longer play period compared to other Standard formats before. So yeah. And stay tuned to the end of the video. I'm gonna be opening Aether Revolt Japanese pack, which I found at the local game store, and I just bought it because So first, my EDH deck update. I bought a Solemn Simulacrum foil. I got it for about $30 in my area. Yeah, that's part one of my EDH deck tech. Anyway, so next was I added Crackdown Construct to my build. I swapped out flames, something with flames. It was a red card that when a creature entered, you could pay red, and then another token enters the battlefield, gains haste. It was an enchantment. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. So the reason I played Crackdown Construct is because I have a combo piece in my deck, which is Wandering Fumero, one of my lands. So Wandering Fumero, if you guys aren't up to speed in Wandering Fumero's effect is it enters the battlefield tap, that's 1. It taps for blue and red, that's 2. And then it's also a man land. So his effect is you could pay 4 to be able to make him into a creature. And the creature effect is if you pay 0, you can switch his power and toughness. So effectively, you could keep doing that. You could do like you could keep swapping his effect. It's a 0 cost, so you could do it freely anytime soon. Anytime when you trigger Wandering Fumo's effect. So what's good about it is Crackdown Construct's effect to be able to get +1/+1 if you activate an ability of a creature or artifact, as long as it's a mana ability. So yeah, in my deck I don't think I was able to find any cards yet, but I'm pretty sure there are some cards in my standard deck that I should check out, and not standard EDH should check out to be able to trigger its effect. Maybe, yeah, because I'm so lazy to find. And yeah, that's my first. That's part dose of my EDH update. And then yeah, so now you're gonna be seeing my standard deck. So this standard deck was I got it. I got the deck list off another channel called Strictly Better MtG. You go check out. I'm gonna leave a description below this video. You will check out their channel. Since I'm returning to standard, I'm just making a very budgeted build, because I just want to feel the format, and yeah. So to start off, I'm gonna be playing my artifacts. Okay, so I am playing I'm just gonna let you see. I'm just gonna let you guys see the video, to see what I'm playing. So you see what I think. You might be able to know what I'm playing. So I'm playing a Cathar's Shield. 4 of these. It's a zero cost artifact. It has an ability equip 3 to be able to equip a creature with +0/+3. And then my second artifact that's 0 cost is Bonesaw. So Bonesaw is a 0-mana artifact. If you can equip it for Glare. If you equip with the creature, he gains +1/+0. And finally, the all-star of the deck, Ornithopter. Woohoo! Ornithopter, Aether Revolt card. It's a 0 casting cost. It's flying. It's a 0/2. So at this point, you still don't see you probably still won't see the effect of the deck, but yeah. Hold on, I'll get to that later. Okay, So the next of the deck list is Bomat Courier. Bomat Courier is a 1-mana artifact that has haste. It's a 1/1. Whenever Bomat Courier attacks, you exile the top card of your library face down. He's got a second ability which, if you pay red and discard your hand and sacrifice Bomat Courier, you can get your exiled cards as your new set of cards for play. So it's like a effective, you know, rummage. I guess you could call it rummage. So even if you don't have cards in hand, you can still sacrifice Bomat Courier, and you can effectively not discard your hand and just get your new set of cards. Okay, the next set of cards are Hope of Girafur, 1-mana artifact, flying. So when Hope of Girafur attacks and deals combat damage to a player, you can sack Hope of Girafur, my bad. And until your next turn, target player who was that damaged by Hope of Girafur can't cast non-creature spells for that turn. I'm playing 2 of those. Okay, and my last artifact is Metallic Mimic. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, this deck is not complete yet. It's in its process of being complete. So in the video, he ran 4 Metallic Mimics. I'm still missing 1 because Metallic Mimic in my area cost about $5, and you know I'm strictly on a budget right now. Yeah. Okay, and then now it's on to my blue cards. Okay, so my blue cards have the following: 4 Metallic Rebuke mainboard. The reason you run Metallic Rebuke is if it's improvise effect. So if you didn't understand, the deck I was running is mostly filled with artifacts. And Metallic Rebuke feeds off of the improvise effect. So it's effectively a mana leak for if you have an artifact. Yeah. So after running 4 Metallic Rebukes, you run 2 Reverse Engineers. The reason you run Reverse Engineer is because to be able to get Jig to your deck to be able to get some gas. If you're out of cards, at least you'll be able to use Reverse Engineer. Okay, my red cards next. Okay, so here is my one of my red cards. He's a Free Gem Regent. So he's a dragon. He's a 4/4 for 6 for colorless and 2 reds. He's got Improvise, which it's the same effect. If you can tap an artifact to be able to pay for 1 for its mana cost. And he's got Flying. And Free Gem Regent also has a buff pump ability. If you pay 1 in a red, he gains +2/+1 till end of turn. I'm running 4 of those. Okay. So the other card I'm missing is called Reckless Bushwhacker. It's I think it's I'm not sure if it was a 1/1 for 3 mana or 2/1 for 3. I think it was a 2/1 for 3. It has the Surge ability. Whenever you cast Reckless Bushwhacker for his Surge ability, whenever a creature was casted before Reckless Bushwhacker, creatures you control have haste, and they get +1/+1 till end of turn. So what you're doing effectively here is you're trying to rush your enemy down with your creatures and your 0-cost artifacts. To be able to cast into those, you have to use your improvised creatures. My last set of multicolored cards now are my Maverick Topterist. So he's a 2/2 for 5. 3 colorless, blue and a red. He's got Improvise. You can use artifacts to pay for his effect, and he's got a triggered ability. I mean, not triggered ability on ETB trigger. So when Maverick top turns the battlefield, create 2 1/1 colorless top tier tokens. So what effectively you're doing is you're swinging in the air, and you've got effectively 4 power on the board when you have Maverick Topterist on the board. So what basically this deck does is, I'm sorry, hold on. What basically, I'm going to show my land while I'm trying to explain. This deck is supposed to rush your opponent down. You're supposed to have him pinned to the wall by turn 4. It's gonna be hard if you're trying to get through with turn 5 and up. If you can, then that's good. But you have to rush him down. That's the only way to win with this deck. Okay, next are my lands. So I run 2 Aether Hubs, 5 Mountains, and 5 Islands. Okay, the other land you're missing here are the 10, 4, 10, 12, 4, 16. Okay, so your one of my lands is my recycled Wandering Fumarole. That's one of my lands. And then the other 8 lands are Spire of Industry. So Spire of Industry, you can tap it to add colors to your mana pool. Or you can tap it, and if you control an artifact, you can pay 1 to add any one color of any mana to your mana pool. So it's like saying a City of Brass that requires an artifact. But City of Brass doesn't have the tap to have colorless. So that's a good thing. Then finally, my Spire Bluff Canal. Spire Bluff Canal. It's a blue-red. It enters the battlefield, I think it enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more lands, if I remember correctly. So those are my lands, and then that's the entire deck list for my standard deck. That's my main board. Okay, so earlier I said that you had to have 4 Reckless Bushwhackers. I'm sorry, you had to only have 3 in main deck and 1 in sideboard. So this is the sideboard for my blue-red deck. So it's running 3 Revolutionary Rebuff, 4 Bastion Inventors. Okay, a Bastion Inventor having Improvise, and he's got Hexproof. Okay, and then 1 Negate. 2 Dispels, and 4 Shocks. Oh, here's the Shocks. You might be asking where the Shocks are. And then finally, the 1 Reckless Bushwhacker that was supposed to be here also. Those are my 15 cards for sideboarding. Okay, so that's my current standard deck, because I don't want to be spending too much on standard. I rather spend my cards on EDH. I just spending it in standard because I really want to try playing standard at least. Okay, finally it's the Aether Revolt pack opening for my Jap. Oh, before that, I opened an Aether Revolt pack and I got a duplicate. I wasn't able to record it on camera. Yeah, that happened. I guess I'm pretty lucky to get at least another masterpiece in my collection. I already have at least one is my Solemn Simulacrum. I'm gonna try to see where I can pop in duplicate in my Serac deck, because I realized that if I tried playing, I didn't have a lot of things to deal with flyers. So maybe I'll try to slot in duplicate, try to remove some a card. I don't know what card to remove, but you know, I guess I'll try. Finally, the Aether Revolt booster pack opening for Japanese. Alright. So I don't know how the Japanese do their Aether Revolt packs. So okay. So here's a Thopter. Okay, so I'm assuming that next are uncommons, I think. Okay, here's my rare. I don't know how this works. This is a Scrap Trawler, I think. Yeah, Scrap Trawler. So that's how you play. That's how you open Japanese pack. I don't know. Okay, Scrap Trawler. This is Enraged Giant. I don't know this card. This is the 1/2 that has Death Touch, I think. Right? I don't know. Yeah. I have no clue. I can't remember. I don't know. Steamworks Brawler. Daring Demolitions. Dawn Feather Eagle. Implement of Malice. Ali Evasion. And the droid that scries. Okay. At least, well, I got a Scrap Trawler. It's... well, you know. I don't know how Aether Revolt packs work. At least, at least you got to experience what Japanese pack looks like. So, thanks for watching, guys. Hope to see you in the next video. Yeah. So yeah. Bye bye.